In this video, we'll be taking a look at the FCPX Text Toolbox from Pixel Film Studios. This plugin allows you to quickly and easily add advanced text elements to your video, including bullet points, text blocks, title cards, and so much more. Today, I'll show you how I use just a few of these titles included in this plugin to make this cool promo video. Hey guys, what's up? My name is Serge, and if you're new here, welcome to my channel. Final Cut Pro has a decent number of built-in titles, but the selection is fairly limited. If you want to go above and beyond what Final Cut Pro has to offer, you have to use a plugin. The one I use is the FCPX Text Toolbox from the sponsor of this video, Pixel Film Studios. First, let's take a look at installing this plugin. As you can see here, I'm running this whole demo on a 2020 Mac Mini, so this plugin is M1 compatible. After downloading, open the included folder and double-click on the installer. Grant the proper permissions and follow the on-screen instructions. All it takes is a few clicks and the installer does everything else for you. Let's jump into Final Cut Pro and get started. Open the Titles and Generators browser, and from the Titles drop-down, select the Pixel Film Studios FCPX Text Toolbox category. Here, you can see all the titles included with this plugin. Skim over any of the thumbnails to preview what the title looks like. The first title I used in my demo was Typewriter. Select this title and add it to your timeline. Open the Titles Inspector to reveal all the controls to modify this preset. First thing I'll do is change the text in the text box and use the Text Inspector to change the font and size. I'll also reposition the text and use the snap guides to make sure it's right in the middle of the screen. Back in the Title Inspector, to make our text animate on a bit faster, I'll use the End Offset slider and drag it up just a bit. Next, if I ripple trim this title clip, it's going to mess with the timing of the animation. To get around that, all you have to do is select the title clip and use the keyboard shortcut Option G to make it into a compound clip. We can now ripple trim this compound clip without affecting the animation timing. For our next title, let's add a quote inside a text block. Place your playhead where you want it to start. Select the style of text block in the Titles browser and add it to your timeline. With the title clip selected, let's head up to the Titles Inspector and first, scroll down to Text Controls and change the text. As you type this in, the text automatically adjusts to fit inside the text box. Next, let's scroll up to the top and adjust a few more parameters. I'm pretty happy with the size of this text block, but if you need to adjust or reposition it, you would do it in the transform controls. Under that, we have the animation controls. For the intro animation, let's change the intro scale to just the x-axis and bring down the intro spring slider to slow it down a bit. We'll leave the outro animation with the default settings. For text animation, I like how the intro looks, but let's change the outro to animate out one line at a time. Let's also bring down the opacity of the background fill. Scroll down to the fill controls and bring down the opacity slider to around 75%. There's a lot more you can change here, but I like the way this looks, so let's just leave it as is. Before we move on to our next title, let's take a minute to talk about the sponsor of this video, Pixel Film Studios. Besides making a lot of cool and useful plugins for Final Cut Pro, Pixel Film Studios is also a great resource for training. They have a playlist with over 200 free tutorial videos, all focused on Final Cut Pro. Whether you're just starting out and want to learn the basics, or need to learn a specific feature or effect, chances are this playlist has something for you. I'll leave a link to it in the video description below. Now, back to Final Cut Pro. For our next title, let's add a text bar with transparent text and a few bullet points. Move your playhead to where you want the title, scroll up to Text Masks, and select and add the bar mask tool to your timeline. Replace the default text. Once again, there's a bunch of settings you can play around with, but I like how this one looks. The only things I'll change is I'll have it scale in on both the X and the Y axes, and reposition the title to near the top of the screen. Let's add some bullet points under our title. Move your playhead ahead a few frames, and scroll up to List Tools. Here, we can use one of the presets, or we can just build our own. Select a single bullet point title, and add it to your timeline. Let's change our text and adjust a few parameters. First, let's go to the text inspector, change our font, and to make the text pop a bit, add a drop shadow. Go back to the titles inspector, change the scale to make your text bigger, and reposition your text. We'll change the bullet type to circle, change the preset animation to grow bullet and slide text up, and animate the intro and outro by line. Now, to make extra bullet points that match all our settings, simply hold down the Option key and drag up on the title clip to make a copy. Change the Y position value and replace your text. Repeat these steps for more bullet points. Next, let's build a fun text flip box. Once again, we'll combine a few different title clips for a cool title sequence. Place your playhead, and in the title inspector, scroll down to the text flip category. We'll start off with the Animate In preset. Add it to your timeline and change the text. Next, select Vertical Flip and add it after your first title. If you skim through it, you can see only Face 1 and Face 4 boxes. Change your text in Face 1 to the same text as your previous title, and enter your new text in the Face 4 box. Add another vertical flip title, and just like before, change the text in Face 1 and Face 4. Make sure your text in Face 1 matches your previous text. And last, let's add the Animate Out title, and change the text to match our previous title. And of course, I saved my favorite title for last, the Text in Text preset. Move your playhead to the next cut. Scroll down to the Text in Text presets, and add the animated horizontal and horizontal title to your timeline. This one will stay on screen longer, so let's ripple trim it out. In the titles inspector, change your outer text, select the font you want to use, and center it in the viewer window. You can turn on the Show Horizon guides and use the on-screen controls to move your text. Next, in the inspector, scroll down and replace the default inner text. To make it stand out, let's select a different font, change the color of our text, and line it up horizontally with the outer text. To position it correctly, scroll up to Split Controls and adjust the split point and the split amount to perfectly fit our text. Also in my example, to make the text pop, I'll select all the clips under it, make it into a compound clip, and add and keyframe a color correction to darken the background clip a bit. You can add as few or as many titles as necessary to perfectly suit your video. And as you can see, there's a lot of cool ones to choose from here. Here's my finished result. If this plugin is something you're interested in, during checkout, use the coupon code SurgePixel for 30% off your purchase, limited to the first 500 users. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you back here next week.